Well, hi YouTubers. Yes, I'm doing two videos in one. One of my videos a few days ago was about my dad who passed away, and actually yesterday was his funeral. It was weird. That's I don't know if you actually see that. That's an image of my dad. This is the funeral program, and for the last fortnight at least, we've been organising stuff and getting things ready. And never really hit my dad had passed, and now I don't know. The day after the event, it just feels a little bit weird, you know. And it was a beautiful funeral. We did our organisation. It was quite funny. My job really was to write a speech, which I did, and arrange the music. We chose Ella Eyre singing Swing Low Sweet Chariot. My dad was a fanatic for rugby. He supported the Harlequins. His football team was Everton, because that's where he was from. And coming out, Fleetwood Mac, Eric Clapton's Tears in Heaven, because he was a big fan of Fleetwood Mac. And he saw them live several times. He thought they were incredible. And he just always loved that song. That was my job. So, found the music, download it onto a CD. With the funeral arrangements, for some reason, for the funeral directors, they wouldn't play on them, in a play with everything else. So I had to pull out an old DVD player I have, a portable one, give it to them so they can connect up to a set of speakers. So we do the flower. We get the flowers done. I actually helped out with the flowers. My aunt's a florist, so she did the flowers, and I actually did the 2 crosses, or 2 kisses. That was my department. And it was, you know, only us in the house, only myself and my immediate family. Sometimes you get people in your house and making teas and you're getting everyone's way, and we really didn't want that. We just wanted the house full of us. And I was quite worried they were going to bring Dad and his coffin into the house. They didn't. They literally just pulled up and we put the flowers in, and we all walked down the street together as a family before we all drove to the service, and it was packed. Honestly, I knew my dad was loved. He was totally loved, but I never really realised how many people he touched in his life. It was standing room in that church. In all the years I've been to that church, it was St Mary's in Hayes. I have never ever seen it so packed in my entire life. And I used to go to church services there. I was baptised there. My brother was married there. It was standing room only. People were like, you know, sitting in the choir pews because there was no seats. And I did not realise this because obviously I went the front pew. And we're sitting there, and you know, we're walking. It's very solemn, and people following my family to get seats. My best friend Emma was there, which you know, I mean, Emma's been my best mate since I was about 3 years old. So we, you know, over 33 years of friendship there. And I even wore a dress. Shocker, I actually wore a dress. And it was absolutely beautiful. And we're sitting there in the front pews, and we're waiting for the music to come on, being Swing Low Sweet Chariot, and it wasn't. And my thought bubble was, my God, my sister Kay's going to kill me. She gave me this one job, and I screwed it up. But luckily the music came, and we were like, we actually laughed at that moment. It kind of broke the tension. When they brought my brother-in-laws, they brought Dad down, and they brought the coffin down, and the service itself wasn't long. It was about 14 minutes, but it was beautiful. It wasn't sad. It was a real celebration of his life, talking about what he loved and his interest in his rugby and how much he loved his family, which was, you know, which was true. He really did. He loved his family. And my sister went up first to read a poem, and I was straight after. And this speech I'd written, it was only 500 words, but I don't remember doing it. But everyone said I spoke clear and concise. But at the time, the only thing I could really feel was my sister Kay. Her hand was on my back. Comforting manner. She's the eldest, I'm the youngest. There's 9 years between us. And I was thinking at the time, if I mess this up, she's going to hit me in the back of the head. But she was proud of me. I managed it. And people at the wake were saying what a wonderful service it was. And, you know, congratulations for doing my speech. And, you know, how proud he was of me. And that was nice. And it was really strange because it was sad. Obviously it was sad. The went to the burial, that was sad. When I saw my father being lowered, that was sad. But the outpouring of love there, at the wake, it didn't feel like sorrow. it was sad, but there wasn't a lot of sorrow. People just chatting and, you know, telling stories about my dad and what a great guy he was and how much he loved his family and rugby and the Quins and how he was always a Northern Everton supporter. He left Mersey when he was 8, and how much, you know, he loved his family. And I did say in my original video how lucky I was to have a father for 36 years, and that's exactly it. I was very, very lucky. I mean, I miss my dad, obviously, and it hasn't really started to register yet that my father is gone. I mean, my YouTube videos that I do, my unboxings and film reviews, they're my way of keeping normality because it's what I've done before, I've got to do after. But the outpouring of love was incredible, and I was very, very lucky. So, the aftermath, what's going to happen next couple of months, we don't know. Right now, we're kind of like in a limbo. The last 2 weeks, I've just been focusing on the funeral and getting that sorted and things like that. But now, obviously, I go back to work on Monday, today being Saturday, and let's see what happens. I go back to university in January to complete my masters, and I'm just trying to focus on getting things sorted for that, like writing, getting things done, and doing what I normally do, doing natural things, normal things. You know, I mean, I've still got that video view coming up for Star Trek, which, you know, hey, hopefully I will get done today. It'll be a good time to do it. So that's pretty much it, the highlights and lowlights of my father's funeral, and it was beautiful. The outpouring of love was, I was very, very lucky. My dad just didn't touch my life. You know, he touched so many other people's because he was just a warm, genuine, northern guy, typical Scouser. You know, you couldn't take that boy far at the Mersey. It was quite funny. He left the Mersey when he was 8 to move down to London with his family. Obviously, he'd been 8. And every time I went up there, his accent regressed. It was quite funny. Now, there's various versions of Scouser accent, and people who are Liverpudlians will probably know this. There's your kind of like upper middle class Scouser. Let's say you're Paul McCartney, okay? There's your working class Scouser. Let's say you're Ringo Starr. Then there's your Docker Scouser, known as what the hell is he saying? My dad was the latter. Luckily, we knew what he was saying, but every time I went up there, my dad regressed with his Scouser accent, and I loved that about my dad. We can understand him, obviously, but we were automatically Cockneys. Even though we're West Londoners, everyone just called us Cockneys. People buying us drinks, they're like, so who does Cockneys belong to? And we're like, well, we're West Londoners. We live near Heathrow. They're like, London means Cockney to a Scouser. And I love Liverpool. They are the best kind of people. I am biased. And I'm honest, I am biased about that. So, that's just the memory of my dad. Here you guys, what a Jedi. That was him. And I am proud. Right now, I'm still processing, but I'm going to say right here, right now, I am so proud to call myself his daughter. So anyway, thanks everyone for the messages you left me in my comments about my honesty, and thanks so much for the support you're giving my channel, the support I feel like you're giving me, and I really, really do appreciate it. So thank you so much, and sign off. Take care. Bye now.